So as the title implies, we're gonna make snow bases. And the first step to do is just paint any transparent bases just black. Just a nice black coat. Next, you'll need obviously glue and then some sand. And also some, just like, if you want, like I use, just use foam. But yeah, if you're like me, you can just go upstairs and just find just bottles of sand, which is preferable. So look at them, they're so nice. Okay, you'll want a bigger grain size and a smaller grain size, so that there's some difference for later on. Preferably, you'll want to put them in an oven to disinfect them. So that, you know, you don't get all the diseases. Just shove it in there. But I already used it on a few other base, like models and stuff, so I'm fine. So just put on some glue, put some foam rocks, put the bigger grain size, and then just shove all those smaller size on there, just cover it. Here we have the other bases that I'm gonna do. Nope, that's already done. So we just put on the glue, as previously. Goddamn, these are stuck. Okay, goddamn. Okay, just put the bigger grain sizes on, like before. And then just pour on the big or small, fine sand. Then wipe off the rim, because we don't want the rim to have sand on it, so it looks nicer. Then we have them all done here. Just let them dry. I didn't let them dry because I'm stupid, but yeah. Okay, here we have our quote-unquote glue and our quote-unquote brown paint. Totally nothing else. And then we just paint it on there. We're using glue so that all the like somewhat loose, not fully stuck down sand will actually get full on stuck. And yeah, remember to wipe off the sides so that no sand. Goddamn. Okay, then we press on the thing so that we know that it's dry. Then we give a nice dry brush of a tan, light brown. Then we paint all the larger rocks, larger grain sand so that it looks like rocks. Then we give a nice black wash, or just any wash that you prefer, so that it gives more detail. And then here's a nice view of them. Super speed. Now we put on some like small tufts of grass as you like, just anything. Then I dry brush them with a white, so because we're gonna add snow and it's just nicer. And also you can stop here. Next we're gonna put on some actual models. Gonna slap those boys on. Now we're gonna use some stereotypical Finnish glue to prove that we live in Suomi. Not that Suomi.
You f***ing pervert!
Now we add glue, then we put in some white paint, and then we just, well, I at first used baking soda, but later on I used baking powder, which came out a lot nicer, if you ask me. But you can always experiment on which one you like more, and you'll later on see the difference. Also, as you can see from my actual models, yes, I am a communist space weeaboo. Also, if you look closely at my color theme of the tile, it might look a bit familiar to a similar space ninja. So the previous bases I wasn't too happy with, And I was like, what's the difference between baking soda and baking powder? Well, I checked, and I also did try another method, but you'll see how the outcome is. Also, these spaces are just like, these are just like the before, and then after will come later. But just so you know what they look like before. So with this first base, I tried a different method, which was pouring the baking powder on and then putting super glue, which came out really just not good and was super annoying. But for the rest of these bases, I used the same snow mixture, except for that I used baking powder, and then also some extra water so that it would just be nicer. And yeah, these are how they came out. And here we have all of the models just put together with all the different bases. You can see them, how they all came out. And this is how my setup looks like and explains why it's so shit. And that is where I had my phone to record everything.